To my subscribers, thank you for tuning in once again. If you are new, welcome to JT on the Go. Today, we will be touring the Army Museum in Paris, France, the final resting place of French Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte. Let's get started. There are actually two different metro stops that serve the Army Museum. The first is La Tour Maubourg, served by Paris Metro Line 8. That stop is a 3-minute walk west of the main entrance. Your other option is Varennes, served by Paris Metro Line 13, which is a 4-minute walk east of the main entrance. The choice of which metro line to take depends on which one is closest to you. The Army Museum is also right next door to another iconic Paris landmark, the Eiffel Tower. Here is a flashback from my video about the Eiffel Tower. If we freeze the video right here, we can see the dome that marks the Army Museum on the left in this view of Trocadero Square. If you happen to see a long line outside of the Army Museum's main entrance, it could mean those people are waiting to buy a ticket. However, with the Paris Museum Pass, you save lots of money and time. The Paris Museum Pass can also be used at other sites across Paris, including the Arc de Triomphe, the Louvre, and even the Palace of Versailles. The pass costs 85 euros for 2 days, 105 euros for 4 days, and 125 euros for 6 days. This site was originally called the Hôtel des Invalides. It was built by Louis XIV in the 1600s as a veterans hospital. Today, it is Europe's greatest military museum and one of the most historic sites in Paris. It is commonly known as the Army Museum, or Musée des Armées in French. While the Arc de Triomphe is another well-known military monument in the city, you can come here to learn about France's many military campaigns. Many of the rooms in this museum house a history of French weaponry, from the cannons and rifles used in the Napoleonic Wars to the machine guns and tanks used in the World Wars. But we're not here to see any of that. Instead, we're mainly here to see Napoleon. To enter the building that is so distinctive with its dome, you have to go around and enter from the other side. The dome glitters with 26 pounds of gold leaf that was thinly pounded. It is golden to symbolize the glory of the French monarchy and the power of the army. Today, France is ranked 7th in the world for the most powerful army. In the center, below the gold dome, is where you will find the tomb of Napoleon Bonaparte, who is undoubtedly considered one of the greatest military generals not only in French history, but in world history. Many of the things that made Napoleon a great military leader changed warfare forever. Besides Napoleon, other French military leaders are also buried here. Let's visit some of them, starting with Louis Hubert Lyautey, who is buried right here. He was a French army general and colonial administrator who became the first French resident general in Morocco after serving in Indochina and Madagascar. Some of the architecture here hints at this part of the Army Museum originally being a church. Here is the tomb of Ferdinand Foch. He was the supreme Allied commander on the Western Front during World War I's final days. His coordination as commander of all Allied forces led to the signing of the armistice, and the signing actually occurred in Foch's own private railway car outside of Paris. In France and Britain, Armistice Day is celebrated on November 11th of every year, the same day as Veterans Day in the US. Time to move on. The tomb we see here is where Napoleon's older brother, Joseph Bonaparte, is buried. He was a French statesman, lawyer, and diplomat to Napoleon. He negotiated treaties with the United States and Austria and was installed as the King of Naples from 1806 to 1808, before becoming the King of Spain from 1808 to 1813. While it is obvious you can view Napoleon's tomb from the top, you can also view it from the bottom level. Interesting rumor that is running rampant on social media but has not been verified is after Napoleon died during his exile in St. Helena, the doctor allegedly removed his penis as a souvenir, or an act of revenge. Presumably, Napoleon's penis is not in that tomb with him. It is reportedly in a private collection in New Jersey. Circling around Napoleon's tomb are the names of all of his victories in the Napoleonic Wars that led him to have almost total control of Europe. There are other tombs on the lower level too. This is the tomb of Napoleon's son, Napoleon II, who only ruled France for about 2 weeks. His mother was not Josephine, but rather Empress Marie-Louise, the daughter of Emperor Francis I of Austria, one of the many leaders who was against Napoleon during the Napoleonic Wars. Napoleon wanted to have a child, but Josephine was unable to have children. In this dark hallway are some other tombs, and this plaque shows some of the French soldiers who died in World War I and World War II. Napoleon's tomb was even visited by Adolf Hitler during World War II. What makes these two leaders very similar is that they both had ambitions of taking over Europe and the world, but both of them failed to successfully invade Russia because of the cold, which led to both of their downfalls. Just like that, our targeted trip to the Army Museum has concluded. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram for more. Even though it is most famous for its gold dome, the Army Museum is well worth the visit, especially when learning about French history. Take care.